I don't look like a girl, but I don't fit in with Fran and Ella and that lot, so what am I? I don't blame and mind, I don't know myself. That's why I've been put in here, with all the other nutcases.
Look, Linda, if I thought I was looking after a lot of nutcases, I wouldn't stay here another minute.
What are you doing then?
I can tell you what I'm trying to do for you. I'm trying to give you a bit of self-respect.
Oh, Miss Flowers, it's finished. What's going to happen to it?
I don't really know.
Oh, I do. It'll stay here collecting dust. And then it'll get sold off at the next jumble sale to someone who don't really want it. That really chokes me.
Yes, Linda, it rather chokes me too.
So it's all a waste of time, eh?
No, I wouldn't say that.
Do you know, you're the only person that I ever speak to. None of the others want to know.
And don't your family ever come to see you?
Ain't got any.
I wonder if it would be a good idea for you to have a visitor.
What? One of them nosy Parkers like what Bet Evans has got? No thanks.
Now, you shouldn't talk like that. It's very kind of Mrs. Yardley to give up her time.
Bet can't stand her.
Oh, good heavens, it's entirely voluntary. Why doesn't she say?
She don't want to hurt the woman's feelings.
You're making it all up. Anyhow, we're not talking about Betty Evans, we're talking about you. If the governor found someone suitable...
I don't really care, one way or the other.
What's the score then, Rose? I can't remember. Can you? I've been counting. Oh, I've got that morning. Oh, three of them at the same time.
Good evening, Mrs. Yardley.
Oh. Hello, love. Hello.
Hello, Betty. How are you? All right. Hello. What's that you're reading? Dear, should have thought they'd given you something a bit more worthwhile.
I like this kind of book. Very true to life.
That's not a book, Betty. That's a magazine. Rather a trashy. Well, shall we go to your room? It's so noisy here.
Mrs. Yardley, I don't really feel like a visit. Not today.
Oh,
You've got a headache.
well, I'm not surprised with all this racket going on. It's really a form of torture. Deliberate, I shouldn't wonder. But you mustn't let them get you down. What's the matter?
Nothing.
I saw the governor as I was coming in. She told me about your little outburst. You know she still hasn't the slightest idea why you did it. But I know, Betty.
You do?
I'd have done the same thing myself. I can't imagine anything more soul-destroying than working in a factory.
Factory?
Well, a dress shop or whatever they call it. I go mad within a week, stitching away at the same dreary dresses.
It's better than scrubbing out the kitchen.
It all comes to the same thing. Sweated labour. How much do they pay?
Depends how much you do. Fran and Ella, they're the quickest, make about 35 or 40p.
A day?
A week.
I think that's absolutely frightful. The least they could do is to pay you a decent wage for an honest day's work. I wonder that the unions let it happen. And quite apart from what they pay you, there's a little choice of work. Even the governor admits that. She is not the most imaginative lady I've ever met.
She's done quite a lot for us, Mrs. Boswell has. I'm sure she does her best.
The concentration camp commanders did their best. No, I'm sure she's awfully efficient, but what exactly is she achieving? Only the degradation of a human being. Yes, Betty, I'm talking about you. You hasn't committed anything that I'd call a crime.
You're not the judge, are you?
I mean, how could it be a crime to take away something that by right should belong to everybody?
Oh, please, Mrs. Yardley.
You mustn't take yourself at their valuation. Don't you see, they're wrong.
I'm sorry, I just can't see it that way.
Excuse me, but you mustn't let them take away your self-respect.
Oh, look, get out.
Betty, don't you see, I'm trying to talk to you as a friend because I'm really concerned about you, Betty. I'm only trying to help.
I wouldn't, Mrs. Yardley. The girl wants to be left alone.
I've given up a lot of time to coming here. I don't see why I should be obstructed by your staff.
What exactly did the officer on duty say?
She said the girl didn't want to see me. It was obviously a lie.
Oh, I shouldn't be too upset if I were you, Mrs. Yardley. She'll probably change her mind. Be delighted to see you next time you come here. They all have these moods, you know.
God, you're patronising.
I'm sorry.
You don't seem to realise what it does to a girl like Betty being locked up here with all these criminals. And for what? What offence has she committed?
Stealing whilst on probation. I believe she stole large quantities of food from the pub where she worked and then sold it, quite systematically and over several months.
You call that a crime?
What would you call it, Mrs. Yardley? Redistribution of the nation's wealth?
You don't seem to understand that the present system practically forces people like Betty into what you'd call crime. That poor girl was stealing, don't you see, to feed her baby.
On pork pies? Oh, I don't think it's quite that simple, Mrs. Yardley. Now, if you'll excuse me.
You know, until I started coming here, I never realised other women could be so heartless.
Well, of course, if you find it all too trying, you can always stop.
Oh, no. I feel I have an absolute duty to go on seeing Betty.
Fine.
And if you or anyone else tries to stop me, I shall take it up with the Home Office. They must realise the importance of prison visitors in keeping up morale. My God, if it wasn't for us, those poor girls would go out of their minds.